So, hi guys, this is Jane Frances, and today I'm going to be doing a movie review. It's actually on Netflix, The Perfect Neighbor. So, this movie is about a woman that died 2 years ago. Her name is Ajike. 2 years ago, when the news broke out and I heard about it, that a woman, she went to work and came back. Her children had problem with her neighbor, and she went to confront her neighbor, and the neighbor shot her. I was just wondering, shot her. Then we next one we heard was that the police actually arrested the woman and released her to go, and she was free. It really broke my heart. I was like, how can somebody shoot somebody and she went scot free just like that? So I didn't follow up with the story again because I was really sad. Then all of a sudden, I just saw that documentary on Netflix, The Perfect Neighbor. I do a lot of Netflix. Yes. So when I saw it, I was like, which one is this? Should I watch this documentary? Because I love documentaries too. Actually, you learn a lot from documentaries. I was like, should I do this, the perfect neighbor? What will it be talking about? Okay, let me just see. That was why I started watching this perfect neighbor, and I realized it was this woman's case. And everything that happened, police picked it through their camera. So it's not as if it's fiction. It's not as if they just came and said acting. This is true life story. What happened to this woman? So you have this neighbor that you've been together for almost 2 years. And the woman has said she doesn't like noise. She doesn't like children coming to her space to play. Every time children come to her space to play, she'll be complaining, they are making noise. I need to rest. I don't like noise. I don't like this. I don't like that. And every time she complains, she will call police for them. She will call 911. Police will come and settle the matter. And what happened? Why did you people come here to play? Children, did you, because she was always using harsh words on children, words that you shouldn't use on children. So they will say, she called me name, she did this, she did that. So one of the times the police came, in fact, all the neighbors, everybody in the neighborhood knew this woman. She had called police for everybody. So they knew her. She even went and put a sign, no trespassing, on her lawn. Nobody should come there. And every time children will still go back there to play. They will still go to her side. So on this fateful day now, it was even in the night. I didn't even know. I was like, in the night, these children were out there playing in the night. And the woman took their tablets. She seized their tablets, and they were like, give me my tablet, give us our tablets. And she took that tablet and threw it at them. So one of the boys now say, okay, I'm going to call my mommy. And that's how he went inside, called his mom, and the mother came out. I was like, where is she? Where is she? She started banging on the door. Come out, come out, come out. She was just, the woman said she was threatening her, but nobody knows whether it's true or not because Ajike right now is dead. So she was saying that this woman Ajike was threatening her, calling her names, and she was scared. She was scared for her life. Do you know when Ajike started hitting the door? She actually called 911. She called her and they said they were coming. She said after that time she called 911, Ajike stopped, and later she started hitting the door again, banging, and she had to get her gun. That she was scared, and she got her gun and she shot through the door. She didn't even open the door to check whether a child was there, whether it was a child or an adult. She just shot through the door and killed this woman. That was how this woman died. So police actually arrested this perfect neighbor and detained her for a while, and they later released her, that they were conducting some investigations and all that. And this thing really touched me. I was like, this is something that could have been avoided. It could have been avoided. As a mother, you have such a neighbor that for over a year, this woman have been doing this thing consistently, complaining. Don't come to my space. Don't, you children, don't come here. What would it take these parents to tell their children, please don't go to this woman's place, don't play on her, don't play on her lawn. If go to other places, go and play. And these children were not really babies. Like this one was 13 years, I guess 12 or 13. The other one was about 14 or 15. So even for all the mothers living in that neighborhood, I even blame them. Why can't you just tell your children, give them where to play and avoid it? This woman's death could have been avoided. Could have been avoided. And now she she left a 3 year old. She had a baby. She left her 3 year old and she died because of something that she could have avoided. So sometimes when you find yourself in some neighborhood that you have this neighbor that is just behaving somehow, you have to be wise. As a mother, we are training children, we are building character. So if you're always going out there to go and fight, what do you expect your children to do? Do you know the one that really hit me was when they were interviewing the boy, the one that is 12 years old, and he said something. He said, I blame myself for my mother's death. That if I did not go there to call, if I did not go back to my house to call her to come and fight, she would have been alive. If we did not go out that night to play, this our mother would have been alive. And now they blame themselves for their mother's death. It was really, really painful, like painful. So when you have a neighbor like that, you have seen that this person is troublesome. This person is just out there. You don't really know their mental state. I guess, in fact, at a point in time, they all knew that this woman had problem mentally because how can you just say you don't want anybody around, you don't want anything to do with children? So if people had recognized the fact that she had a problem, why were your children still going there to play and provoking her? There was one time I had this neighbor. She was really, really, in fact, I've never had that kind of neighbor before. We just moved into the apartment, and this woman, you will spread your clothes on the line. She'll be like, is my rope. I put it. I want to wash. Come and remove all your things. I was like, I've never seen this one before. She will tell you, I'm washing. Please come and remove all your things from the line. I'm okay, okay. I'll remove it. The next one, she said complain about pegs, and all her pegs are missing. And one day she sent her maid to me, say, hey, go to their backyard, go and check. It's like they've taken all my pegs. And the girl came and met me, say, I'm looking for my our peg. I said, but this one are my pegs now. He said, my madam said our pegs are missing. I said, okay, check if you can see. Some of them are her pegs. I said, okay, take them. And she took all the pegs. Trash can outside. She didn't want anybody to put stuffs in her trash can. And she one of those days, she washed that trash can and she put it inside her house that nobody should use it. When I saw the kind of person that this woman was, I was like, the best thing is to avoid this lady. Oh. I started avoiding her. And one day, one evening, I was coming back, I was walking, and she was trying to drive into the compound. Do you know this woman nearly ran into me? The way I jumped, next thing I heard her talking to her sister, I said, she would have stayed now, I would have hit her. I was like, God, I couldn't believe my ears. That was the first time I confronted her. I said, Madam, what did you just say? He said, you would have stayed there now. You'd have said I would have crossed your legs. Wow. I said, so you can actually do that. That was when I knew that this woman was something else. And that day, in fact, that she even wanted to come and fight me. I had to run into my house. And that was the last time I had anything to do with her until she moved out of that compound. What if I was this troublesome person too that likes to fight? And we are there fighting, exchanging words all the time. So sometimes you don't know what people are going through. You don't know their mental state. You don't know what's happening in their life. Why don't you just avoid? Because this woman's death would have been avoided. So as parents, we should be able to know when we are in danger, when our children are in danger, when we should not pick a fight. There's sometimes that you should not just pick a fight, just be the fool and walk away for the safety of your children and even yourself too. Now, Ajike is gone. This is 2 years now. And this woman is in jail. They finally jailed her. But what about her children? What about her family? What are they? You can imagine what her 3 year old will be saying now. You can imagine what her boys are thinking every day, remembering that it was because of something that could have been avoided that their mother died. So please, parents, let us know when to pick a fight and when not to. I pray that God will give us the wisdom to parent our children in the right way. Thank you.